Every time he returned a baggage cart, he earned a coin. 3 coins could buy him a burger. Victor was starving, and the burger was incredibly delicious. It was his first satisfying meal after being stranded at the airport for days. So, he started collecting baggage carts everywhere to earn money. When he saw children monopolizing the carts, he would just tip them over and pat their heads to comfort them. Soon, he had gathered a long row of carts, literally bouncing with coins. Then, he went to the restaurant and ordered a luxurious meal, satisfying his hunger. Now that the problem of food and shelter was solved, the next challenge was communication. In order to survive in the airport, he needed to learn the language. So, he bought 2 books with the same content, one in English and one in the local language. Sentence by sentence, he compared and self-studied English. You know what? After a period of learning, coupled with constant exposure, he could actually communicate with people through simple guessing and memorization. However, just as he was slowly adapting to airport life, trouble arrived. The airport supervisor noticed that he was walking around the lobby in pajamas, showering in the restroom without a shirt, and sleeping in the waiting area. Clearly, it affected the airport's image. The supervisor had worked diligently for most of his life and finally had a chance for a promotion. Therefore, he would never allow any unexpected incidents to happen. So, he came up with a nasty trick to try to get rid of Victor. He told Victor that the security guard changed shifts every day at noon, and for 5 minutes, there would be no one guarding the gate. Obviously, he was hinting at Victor to leave, and as soon as Victor stepped out of the airport, he would immediately arrest him for illegal entry. Then it would become a matter for the police, and it would no longer be his problem. But what he didn't expect was that just as Victor was about to leave the airport, he suddenly stopped. The supervisor was anxiously muttering behind the monitor, urging him to leave quickly. It turned out that Victor sensed that something was wrong. Why was the nearby camera always following him? After a moment of contemplation, he understood that it was a trap. So, he shouted at the camera with the recently learned words,
"I wait."
The supervisor was enraged and cut off Victor's source of income the next day. He specifically created a position for collecting baggage carts, forcing Victor to once again rely on small biscuits to fill his hunger. But that night, a turnaround came. A delivery person at the airport found Victor and offered him 3 meals a day, on the condition that he helped the delivery person pursue a girl named Jessie. Jessie was a visa officer, and Victor would visit her every day to try his luck and see if she would let him go. So, the delivery person asked Victor to find out Jessie's preferences. Victor agreed readily, thinking it was simple. From that day on, he took the opportunity of conducting business to chat with Jessie every day. At night, he would tell the delivery person all the information he had collected. At the same time, he warned the delivery person that Jessie was a good girl, and if they could really be together, he must not let her down. After several messages relayed by Victor, the delivery person finally decided to confess his love. He asked Victor to hand a box to Jessie. When Jessie opened it, she found a diamond ring inside. In the restaurant, the delivery person anxiously waited, unaware that Jessie had already come up behind him. Under Victor's matchmaking, the lovers finally ended up together. Because of this, Victor became good friends with the delivery person, who then introduced him to a janitor and the security chief. But in order to survive, he couldn't just rely on the help of friends. So, Victor wanted to find a job. However, after applying to several places, everyone rejected him because he had no nationality or identity. Disheartened, Victor wandered aimlessly in the airport and suddenly saw a blank wall. His professional instincts kicked in, and he picked up tools and got to work. It turned out that his original profession was a senior architect. He immersed himself in his creation all night without realizing that it was already dawn. As he admired his masterpiece, he turned around and saw the construction crew standing behind him. The foreman saw the artistic wall he had painted and immediately decided to hire him. The hourly wage was $19, more than what the airport supervisor earned. Of course, the supervisor wouldn't let him off so easily and thought of a way to get rid of him.